we have today, our guest is Bill Keller. For the last 30 years, Bill Keller's work life. He was president and founder of quantitative equity research firm. At age 70, he retired and made a decision to make exercise and good nutrition a significant part of his life. Along the way, he received certifications as a personal trainer, corrective exercise specialist, balance training, senior fitness, and nutritional coaching. His passion is to help seniors live more boldly by making exercise and good nutrition part of their daily lives. So everyone, let's welcome Bill. We're going to spotlight him. There it is, Bill. It's all yours.
Hi, thank you very much. I want to thank you all for being here again. And let me take you back to when I was 70. When I was 70, I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol. No, I had hip replacement surgery. I was an unfit weight, and I was diagnosed with severe depression and was consuming too much alcohol and other things. But nevertheless, when I was going through rehabilitation for my hip replacement, I decided then and there to make exercise and nutrition a part of my daily life for the rest of my life, because I wanted to maintain the kind of active lifestyle that I had always had. So I began studying exercise science and nutritional science and applying it to myself. I was kind of like, I was a test lab. And what I can tell you is, along the way, I did get the certifications of personal trainer, corrective exercise specialist, nutritional coach, and a number of others. But I am anecdotal evidence that all that science works. It absolutely works, and it continues to work. That's the amazing thing. It continues to work. Now, when I turned 80, I participated in my first, and that was back last August, I participated in my first ever bodybuilding competition. I'm not the oldest person ever to do it, but I am the oldest person ever to do it for the first time. And I'm pretty proud of what I did. I trained for 6 months. I didn't just exercise and watch what I was eating. I ate 6 to 7 meals a day. I trained 6 days a week, and I trained like an athlete would train. I mean, I trained each body part. It was quite and did a lot of aerobics. It was quite an experience, quite a wonderful experience. What I have to tell you about bringing exercise and nutrition into my life on a consistent basis for the rest of my life is that my life is better now. Everything about my life is better now than it has ever been. And it continues to get better. That's the amazing thing. It continues to get better. My mental acuity, my emotional stability, and I have to say it, even my libido, they're all stronger than they've been in quite some time. What I can tell you is the beautiful thing about this is that we are all built the same. We all operate the same. We all move the same to different degrees. And our bodies, yours and mine, will accommodate any reasonable request we make of them. So if you exercise and push yourself just a tiny bit every time you exercise, your body will begin to accommodate you, and it will begin building lean muscle mass. It's just the way we work. Now, I have an interest in demographics, possibly because that was my work life was surrounded by numbers, billions of numbers. And I like to look at demographics and watch the flow of the numbers and the wonderful stories they tell. And one major demographic trend that we're going through right now is that we're living longer, and that's good. We're living longer. Within the next 10 to 15 years, the over 60 population will be approaching 90 million. By 2050, it will be 20% of the 20% of the population. 20%, 1 in 5 will be 65 and over. And that's good. I think that's good. The bad thing, I'm sorry, is that 90% of us have one chronic illness and 80% of us have 2 or more. And a chronic illness is an illness that's not viral driven. It will impact your daily life and certainly your quality of life. It takes constant medical management. And it's just chronic illnesses are just not, chronic illnesses are bad. But the good thing is that exercise and good eating habits can help prevent or help manage many chronic illnesses. For instance, high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, the minute you start, one immediate effect of exercise is it begins to lower your blood pressure. And with exercise and good eating habits, you can manage a good blood pressure. Exercise will also helps prevent dementia and Alzheimer's. There are even special Alzheimer exercise classes because of the way the brain and the body work together. Exercise and good eating habits can help prevent and help manage heart disease and strokes. And it can help manage and help prevent diabetes. And also, they can help prevent and manage, or they can help prevent many types, help prevent many types of cancer, colon, bladder, breast, and many others. And there's one very good thing about exercise. It's kind of interesting. It can help manage depression and anxiety. How? Well, our bodies, when we exercise aerobically, create endorphins, and endorphins are hormones that go throughout the body, and they're feel good hormones, kind of laid back. Not that kind. These are all ours. They're internal. But exercise, aerobic exercise, can definitely help manage anxiety and depression. Also, resistance exercise will build bone mass and muscle mass, bone density and muscle mass. And if you Google muscle mass, it will tell you clearly, categorically, and unequivocally that muscle mass begins to deteriorate starting at age 50, and we lose 1 to 2% a year. Well, at that time, I should have lost 1/3 to 2/3 of my muscle mass, and I can assure you, I'll give you that workout, that pose, the bodybuilding pose. My muscle mass is greater now than it was at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and it's getting better. That's just the way we work. It's getting better. Exercise and nutrition have just they just meant so very much to me. And if you exercise and eat properly, you're going to give your body the tools it needs to operate on a much higher level. Now, let's talk just a minute about the process of about good eating habits. Okay, and let's do it with a little different perspective, just digestive perspective. When we put food in our mouth, it begins digesting into the throat, the esophagus, and then in the stomach where it's digested some more. And then to me, where the magic happens is the small intestine. There, everything we put in up here is completely liquefied down here. And the nutrients come out of that liquefaction, the carbohydrates, fats, protein, vitamins, minerals, digestible fiber, water, and they are permeated through the porous walls of the small intestine into the bloodstream. And there, these nutrients you've just given yourself travel throughout your body, every part of your body, and of course they keep us moving. But even more importantly, they rebuild us. Every day we burn 50 to 100 billion cells. And if we didn't replace them, we would just disappear into the ether and we would have no need for exercise or good eating habits. But that's not the case. We rebuild ourselves, and these nutrients do different things in different parts of the body, but they travel all throughout our body, throughout every part of our body, building. And if you give and building new, and if you've given your body proper nutrients, good nutrients, new and better cells, And we're rebuilding this process. It's happening to you right now. You're rebuilding. I'm rebuilding. We're all rebuilding. That's just the way we work. I forgot where I was there for a second. No, it's just the way we work. And the nutrients we take into our body, as I say, travel throughout our body, rebuilding and cells and allowing us to operate on a much higher level. Now, what would be a good diet? I don't like the word diet. It sounds too restrictive, but a good eating habits would be a mix of fruits and vegetables, low-fat protein. That would be chicken, fish, low-fat beef, a turkey, things of that nature, and low fat and or no fat dairy products. And I know we all get used to drinking that whole milk, but if you just give low fat or no fat milk a chance, you might be able to incorporate that into more and more of your daily eating habits. Also, you should keep your sodium level down. And the best way that I keep my sodium level under control is that if I'm buying a product and I look on the shelf and that right beside it there's the same product with low sodium or no sodium and one with full sodium, most of the time I'll pick that low sodium or no sodium part of the product. We should also keep our saturated fats down to 10% of our daily caloric consumption. And we should keep our added sugars down to 10% of our daily caloric consumption. Now, all these things are on the back of every package of food we buy. And so if you see a food with you're looking to get a protein and 22% of it is of your daily, it's 22% of your daily caloric consumption, then maybe you want to try something else that has a little less saturated fats. Or if you do eat the other, then maybe cut back the rest of the day, or maybe even for a couple of days, and watch your saturated fats. The same, and it's the same with added sugars. The same with added sugars. And so that would constitute a good healthy diet and allow you to operate and function on a much higher level. But life is a balance. Life is a balance, man. And I like to live my life I like to live my life. So from time to time, several times a month, a couple of times a month, I'll have more than a couple of drinks. And also, I found when I was cutting my sugar consumption back that I have a sugar addiction. So I just try my darndest to stay away from sweets as much as I can, but occasionally I will have a need for a piece of cake or a milkshake or something like that. I just do. As a matter of fact, I enjoy all those special things about doing something wrong. Culinary wise. Other than that, I'm a saint. But but most of the time, I give my body the nutrients it needs to build new and stronger cells and to keep me operating on a much higher level. And like I said, we all work the same. If you watch your food consumption and try to consume more nutrient-dense food, then your body is going to appreciate it. It's going to have not only what it needs, it's going to have what it wants because it can be better. Now, let's bounce real quick to exercise and the process of exercise. We should exercise 150 minutes minimum. These are minimums. 150 minutes a week, or 2.5 hours. And you can break that down. It should be aerobic exercise, and you can break that down any way you want. 3 days, 50 minutes, 5 days, 30 minutes, 22 minutes, 7 days. Any way you want to break it down. And it should be an aerobic exercise is something that is a moderate intensity, and it gets your heart rate pumping a little faster and causes you to breathe a little harder, pulling more oxygen. Okay, so, and this can be anything from, bike riding, walking, jogging, gardening, pushing a lawnmower, wrestling an alligator. I guarantee you, put your arms around an alligator. It will, in fact, increase your breathing and your heart rate. I don't know that for a fact, but I assume it really will. So anyhow, we should do 150 minutes or 2.5 hours minimum a week of aerobic exercise. Also, we should do 2 days a week, minimum. We should exercise every body part with resistance exercise. Now, what we're going to do now, what I want you to do with me, and let me back up here so I'm in my chair, but I want you to be able to see me. I'm going to give you 3 chair exercises. They're compound exercises, And these three exercises will exercise every body part, every body part. So if you pick up your weights, sit in your chair. Now, what you sit in your chair and have the weights down by your lower leg. And what we're going to do is get good posture, navel toward the spine, shoulders back and down, and tighten your core. And what you're going to do is you're going to drive up, and then you're going to curl the weights, and the tempo is going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so sit. Now, good posture. Now, let's do some of these. So, and by the way, if you can't, if standing is a problem, just curl the weights and move your feet. Just curl the weights and move your feet. So let's do some now. Stand, curl, curl, sit. Stand, curl, curl, and sit. Stand. That's 3. We're gonna do some more. But do what you can. Do what you can. This is at your pace. 4, 5. Okay, let's do 2 more. 6. That's 8. Okay, now so let me just show. I'm going to show you a standing version of this. It just gives it a little more. We're not going to do these, but I'll just show it to you. And so for a standing version, good posture, shoulders back and down, navel toward the spine. You squat down, keep good posture, and then stand and curl and curl. So that's a standing version of the exercise. Now, the next compound exercise we'll do is, for the back and the tricep. Now, once you sit, good posture, sit diagonally, a little diagonally in your chair. Have your weight down by your lower leg, and I want you, with this back muscle, this latissimus dorsi, I want you to pull the weight up to your armpit and then kick it back with your tricep, okay? So pull it up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do some. Here we go. 1, 2, pull, work that back, work your back, pull it up with your back muscle. 3, you're doing good. 4, 5, 6. Let's do 2 more. 2 more. 7. But do what you can. Do what you can, and at your pace. Okay. Now let's do the other side. The other side. Sit diagonally, and arm down by your lower leg. Pull it up with your back muscle and kick it back. Okay. And down. Up, back, and down. Up. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 more. 2 more. 1. 2. Very good. Very good. Very good. Now, the standing version of that would be to stand by your chair and put one hand on the seat or one hand on the back of your chair, one leg back, and have the weight down by your lower leg and one leg back, and pick it up with your back muscle and kick it back. Okay, so do that on both sides. That would be a standing version. And standing versions are just to have a slightly more degree of difficulty. Now, the third exercise that we're going to do is for the chest and basically the upper back kind of shoulders. And so what we want to do is hold your elbows into your side, the weight by each side. And I want you to push it out from your chest, pull it back, and up in the air. Okay, so here we go. So push it out, pull it back, up. All right, pull it out, back, up. 3, 4, 5, and 3 more, 3 more, 3 more. 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. Now, if you will do those 3 exercises, just take a few minutes. Those 3 exercises, 3 to 4 times a week, you will reap the benefits. 3 to 4 times a week consistently, and you will definitely reap the benefits. They're excellent compound exercises. Now, also, I want to do with you some what I call. Let me put these weights down. what I call range of motion exercises. Think you like these because these will relax your entire body, lengthen your muscles, and give you a better range of motion. And it'll make your ligaments and tendons a little more flexible. Okay? So these are static stretches. We hold them for 15 seconds. I hold them for 15 seconds. The reason I do that is that's within the time range it takes for the muscle and the brain to talk to each other, and the muscle to tell the brain, or the brain to tell the muscle to relax. That's kind of cute, right? Okay, and the muscle to tell the brain to relax, or the brain to tell the muscle to relax, rather. So let's do the first exercise. And these are really good. This is like getting a massage. So put your foot straight out, your legs straight out, your toes in the air. Can you see? Yeah. Your toes in the air. And I want you to hinge down to the point of first resistance. Don't go any further. If you go further, you got to tighten it back up again. Feel a nice stretch along the back of your leg. Nice big stretch. And hold it for a few more seconds now. I'm counting this in my head. I'm not quite a stopwatch, but I'll come as close as I can. Okay, now let's do the other side. Okay, down. Oh, just a nice big stretch you can feel all along the back of that leg, just relaxing, lengthening the muscles and relaxing them, giving you a better range of motion. Okay, now that was that's for your legs. Now put your arms straight out and bring one arm, sweep it across the front of your chest and grab it with the other. And you want to stretch that big back muscle back there. And you can also move your wrist around if you choose, but I want you to focus on that big back muscle. Okay, now let's do the other side. I'm patting my feet to the tune. Okay, I think I got it. Now, the next one, the next exercise, you got to open up your chest and look up at the ceiling. And so I want you to sit out in your chair a little bit, grab the back of your chair and look straight up and open your chest up. Oh, hold that nice big. But these are gentle stretches. They're not, it's not about how far you can stretch. It's just getting the muscle to relax and to lengthen, giving you a better range of motion. Okay, there. Now, the next one we're going to do, the next body exercise, is we're going to turn to the side of our chair and do this to your level of your ability to don't turn any further than you're comfortable with. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so you want to turn to the back of your chair and grab the back. There are two big muscles that run alongside your spine, and they keep us erect. They help keep us erect. So you want to stretch those, kind of just twist your back, and you're twisting those muscles. Okay, now let's do the other side. The other side. Okay, turn. Excellent. All right, good. Now, that takes care of everything from the neck down, and you got to feel relaxed because you just it's like you kind of gave yourself a massage, but you did it yourself. Now that's for everything from the shoulders down, but from the neck up, man, it has a pretty important function. It allows the head to move around, supports the brain. So I do a series of neck stretches, and I've been doing these now for about a year and a half, and I'm telling you, I have not had a problem with my neck. They're gentle stretches, gentle. So the first thing we're going to hold these for 10 seconds. So put your fingers on the side of your chin. Ooh, yeah. And turn your head so you're looking out over your opposite shoulder. Okay, and we're holding that for about 10 seconds. Okay, now the other side. Okay, now take a hand and put it on the opposite side of your head and pull your ear gently down towards your shoulder. You notice I'm sticking my arm out here. I get a little better stretch that way. Okay, now the other side. Nice stretch. Those big muscles holding up the head there. Okay, now take your hand and put it on the opposite side of your forehead. I have those fancy hand movements. Put it on, it's just me. Put it on the opposite side of your head and pull your head gently back till you're looking up at the ceiling, diagonally, till you're looking up at the ceiling. Stretching these muscles all along here. Okay, now let's go to the other side. All right, now take your hand and put it on opposite side of your head, behind your head, and pull your head down diagonally till you're like looking in your pocket, gently. Okay, now the other side. Now, just two more. I want you to interlock your fingers and put your palms on your forehead, sit back in your chair, and I just want you to pull your head back gently till you're looking straight up at the ceiling. And now the back of your head, and push your head down gently till you're looking down at the floor. Okay, and now that's a full range of neck exercises, and that's everything you're doing. Range of motion exercises from the top of your head down to your feet. And if you'll do those again 3 to 4 times a week, they only take a few minutes to do. Only a few minutes, you will reap the benefits. You will become you'll be able to you'll have a better range of motion if you do it consistently 3 to 4 times a week, and but do it consistently. Okay. And they're excellent exercises. Now, the third thing that I want to do, form of exercise, is breathing exercise, because breathing exercises increase your lung capacity. They don't make your lungs bigger; they just increase the capacity. Which means that for every breath, every big breath you're taking in more oxygen. Therefore, more oxygen is disseminated into your overall system to help your body run. And as a matter of fact, it's interesting. The brain uses more oxygen than any other organ. Kind of makes you wonder what part of the body uses the most blood. I'm sorry, I had to do that. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to start now. This is the seated version. Put your hands on your knees. Okay, we're going to do several of these, and you're going to breathe. Take your hands, run your hands down your legs, and I want you to breathe out every bit of carbon dioxide in your lungs, every bit, even a little more than you think you have. And then I want you to come back up your legs, breathing in through your nose, breathing in, and your hands above your head and together. Hold it for a few seconds, and then back down. So here we go. There you go. Big breath. Three. Let's do 3 more. And 1 more. Palms together over your head. And breathe out and down to your chest. Out a big old namaste, y'all. So those are all good breathing. That's a good breathing exercise. And again, if you'll do that just a few times, 3 to 4 times a week, you'll be able to breathe better. It will help your breathing. It will increase your lung capacity. Now, exercise and nutrition, good eating habits, they just made such a world of difference in me. And the reason I'm passionate about sharing this with you is we've all made the same trip, the same amount of time, and my life is so much better now than it's ever been, ever, and it keeps getting better. And I just need to share that with you to just. Hopefully to inspire you to put exercise and good eating habits into your daily life for the rest of your life. It's a game changer. And I mentioned the body will accommodate any the body and brain will accommodate any reasonable request you make of them. So when I start misplacing my keys or my wallet, or can't find this, can't find that, I pick up a book of poetry and read. I started doing these last several years. I love poetry. I've developed a love of poetry. One of my favorite poets is Mary Oliver, and I want to give you just one line of poetry that just hits me hard. It's and it goes like this. And what are you going to do with your one wild and precious life? Well, I tell you, I want to live it. I want to live it. I want to live it as fully as I can. So I would encourage you again, please put exercise and nutrition. Just try it. Just try it. Put it in your daily life, particularly if you've been sedentary. And age doesn't matter. I have 96-year-olds in my exercise class. So age is not the barrier. We ourselves are the barrier. So please put exercise and nutrition into your daily life, and I will for the rest of your life, and I will be happy to answer any questions you may have.